Welcome to 13 Minutes, a show for idiots. I'm Paul Goon, and this week I'm hanging out in a hot tub with Go for the Gold. What's up, guys?
How are you?
Now, when you say the gold, is that some kind of slang for drugs?
Yes. Next question.
What happens if you only get silver?
Well, that's mostly what you get when we play a show. I mean, like, we strive for
Well, that's
gold.
why they say test your drugs.
Is Pokemon Gold better than Pokemon Silver?
Next question.
Where's the band from?
I guess all over the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, Pittsburgh type area, Western Pennsylvania. I'm out here pretty close to Youngstown, Ohio. So we'd like to be a part of both of those scenes. Please take us in. Please let us play.
What kind of music do you guys make?
R&B.
Country western.
Punk-ish
Yeah, it's
music.
yeah, it's punk rock. Some of it, you know, some of it sounds like punk rock. Some of it sounds like early 2000s bullshit.
That's correct. I feel like it's like on the mark.
I like the country western answer.
It's
Yeah, you can edit out all the
wildly
stuff I said
inaccurate.
then. Yeah, just edit out what I said.
How long have you guys been in a band together?
About a year and change,
Probably about a year and a half now.
right? Maybe a year and a half. Yep.
Well, how far into the pandemic did
Like
we actually start making songs?
Yeah. So
Closer to 2 years since the three of us got together.
yeah, the longer we talk, the longer we've been together.
Oh, chronology.
I mean, honestly, literally, it's getting longer and longer each second.
Keep going.
See, the way the time works is that it's linear and it's in one direction.
So it's the thing started out with Ben and I looking for someone with talent, and he had a friend.
They're still
Is that
looking.
because you two have none?
Yeah, well, I have none. He has very little, and we needed somebody to round us out. So Ben was friends with Eric, who is a very talented individual, and makes a living being talented. And so he agreed to record some songs with us, and then we brought in these other assholes to play live shows with us.
Everybody's talented, just so you know.
It's like a Voltron, but for punk music and early 2000s bullshit.
What's it like being in a band where 4 people want to be the lead singer?
Oh, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I don't want to be it either. I think you're just assuming things.
I love
here.
pushing that shit off onto him or him.
Yeah, it's amazing when you guys do more work than I have to do.
I love being not the lead singer, but singing at the same time.
I just hate hearing 4-part harmonies.
You can't hear them.
And my doctor tells me I need to burn as many calories as possible or I'm going to die, so that's why I agreed to do it.
Me too.
That's a healthy donut, though.
What does being American mean to you?
Oh.
I don't
You're
have
looking at
healthcare, and I get a news update every day that tells me there was a mass shooting somewhere. But I have a house, and there's grass in my yard.
Same.
And, I have friends, and we haven't been shot yet, so
Freedom?
This is America.
I'll tell you, this is the only country where people actually are free. No
Everyone
one else in the world has a hot tub anywhere.
They don't exist out of the U.S.
It is a tough question.
Yeah, so I mean, we do have that song called American, and a lot of the lyrical content of our songs are influenced by my personal experiences. I mean, I'm a combat veteran.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, sure, thanks. And it's 20 years ago, being an American meant something different than it means to me now. I'm not exactly sure what it means, just like these guys aren't. I think that's okay. It's okay to be figuring it out.
What's your favorite Go for the Gold song? What's your favorite Go for the Gold song?
Jesus.
What's your favorite Go for the Gold song?
Animal.
What's your favorite Go for the Gold song?
Oh, wait.
What's your favorite Go for the Gold
The
song?
Machine. The Machine.
That was a high-pressure situation there with the rapid fire.
You guys afraid of bees?
There's one right there.
It's a yellow jacket. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Did you ever see that movie, My Girl?
I am terrified.
No, I've never seen that one.
Fuck this
Well,
one.
it's
You can
about-
smell it. You can smell your fear.
You can smell your donut. That's what you can smell. Oh, shit.
My favorite Go for the Gold song is interesting because I feel like there are Go for the Gold songs that I don't even know yet.
I mean, there's ones that I don't
That's
even
true.
know yet.
That's true. One of our best songs is one that you don't know yet.
Yeah.
Pie for breakfast.
One of our best is called "Out to Pasture."
I do love
I think that might be my favorite.
Yeah,
So
and
far.
I'm happy to tell you about that song now because it will be released within the next, I don't know, month or so. It's just about like getting older and realizing that you have less and less of your life to go, and memories become the thing that enriches your life, and you better hope the fuck you don't lose them. I was talking to my dad once at my daughter's birthday party, and I was asking him questions about when he was younger, and he said, honestly, I don't know, I can't remember. And I thought, how sad that must be. At a time in your life when you have mostly memories, and that's the thing that enriches your life, and you don't actually have any memories left. It's just really fucking sad. So we wrote a song about it, and I hope you love it. You're doing great, Paul.
Do you have to be able to do math to play music?
Oh, I can't do
I
math
hope
for
not.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
we can-
'cause I
yeah,
can't do shit. I can't. No.
Do you call counting math?
There's a little bit of geometry in it, but
Geography, maybe.
Is technology ruining music today?
Depends on what kind.
I mean, technology's always been part of the human experience, regardless of what type of technology it is. I'd say, if anything, it's harder to find an audience because everyone can be in the pool of people trying to find the audience.
Or in the hot tub of
Or in the
people
hot
trying
tub,
to
I
find the
mean,
audience?
That's true.
Yeah.
The hot tub of music.
Did you guys know that people that install hot tubs can't afford to buy them?
That sounds about right.
I believe that.
what a life.
Shout out
well,
Burnett Pools.
Obviously, Matt doesn't install them, so.
No, yeah. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but I mean, if as long as we're on the subject, that's some bullshit, and there shouldn't be any line of work where you can't make a living and live as a human being on your work.
Yeah, that is bullshit. I hope my boss is watching this. I think he does watch them sometimes.
Oh boy.
How do you play in it?
Hot tubs?
What, huh?
Does he install hot tubs?
No, I used to do that though for a living. And when you install hot tubs, you definitely can't afford one.
That's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
How do you play an instrument and sing at the same time?
Yeah, guys.
Poorly?
How was that?
You got to squeeze your butthole real tight, and then hope for the best.
I don't know. Once you get used to playing the instrument enough, it comes along.
You start by patting
Yeah.
your head and what's the circle on your belly?
Yep.
Step one is that.
For me, it's mostly muscle memory. Like if I don't do it a million times, there's no chance of me doing it.
Yeah,
It's all just muscle.
It's really weird when it's happening, and for me, I feel like I'm concentrating on singing mostly, and then if I just look down at my hands, they're kind of moving to the right place miraculously. It's a really trippy experience, actually.
It's like you're a vehicle for Christ, and Christ is just coming through you.
Surrounded by Christ fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jesus fire. One of the two.
Oh, fire's fire.
Would you rather the band blow up in the United States or overseas first? What would be cooler to you guys?
You're asking if we want to blow up the United States? Is that what you're saying, or that you're?
No, I'm thinking he asked
Unofficially, off the record.
Did you say Europe or just overseas?
Overseas, anywhere.
So he's asking us if he'd rather everyone in America blow us or if everyone outside of America blow us.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough
I'm
question.
pretty sure that America has more people in it than the rest of the world. Isn't that how we got so great?
I think so. Yeah.
That's a lot of jibbies.
But
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
there's also the other side of the coin where, like, if you're really famous somewhere else, but you get to live where you live and no one knows who you are, you just get to be nobody when you're home. And
But then you
when-
don't get any blowjobs.
You just have to fly across the ocean for that.
Right.
Easy.
That's a good call. Yeah,
Internet,
we're gonna
yeah.
say overseas. I think we've
Overseas,
settled
yeah.
on overseas.
Okay. Is all publicity good publicity?
Is it fake news?
No.
Do you guys feel the threat of being canceled at any moment?
Yes, definitely. Not necessarily from this band, but from like my real life.
That sounded
You
like
know?
a threat.
Yeah.
Paul.
No, I'm not threatening you guys.
I mean, is there
I just came for the hot tub. What's the best place to buy musical gear?
Musical gear.
Um,
Sweetwater?
Sweetwater.
Amazon.
If it's new, it's Sweetwater. If it's used, I've been happy with
Craigslist has never failed me.
Sweetwater, if you're watching, help us out.
Yep.
I find a lot of my used stuff at pianos and stuff, which is not called pianos and stuff anymore.
And stuff music.
Stuff. Yeah, that's the place. Yeah.
Stuff.
Shout out!
Shout
have-
out stuff.
They have all that
Shout out to
stuff
stuff.
in the basement that used to belong to someone else.
Stuff in the basement. Basement stuff. Get stuffed in the basement.
That's a good spot, though. I think that's a good answer. I like
It's a
that.
respectable retailer, though. I mean, really.
And then what's that place in New Jersey called? Russo's.
Bruce's? I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Shout out!
Shout out Russo's.
Russo's Music.
Who are your favorite bands to play shows with?
That's a good
Are
question.
we talking like local? Or are we talking about like, what are we talking about?
I don't
We're
know.
talking about musical
I don't know
shows.
that we've repeated any bands, have we?
Old Neon?
Not yet.
Not
Not yet.
yet.
But yeah, Old Neon. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Pittsburgh local band, Old Neon, really like poppy punk
It
stuff.
doesn't have to be bands you played with more than once. Who's your favorite bands that you've played with in general?
We've only played a couple shows.
I feel like, yeah. Maybe like, how many we played total?
I don't know.
8, 9?
It's in the neighborhood of 10.
Yeah. So, everyone? We love everyone.
We love
play
them all.
with. Yeah.
Shout out everybody.
Shout
Thanks
out
for playing
everyone.
the show.
Shout out all the bands.
Out.
Thanks for being cool.
Basement stuff.
Is being in a band like running a business?
That's a good question. It doesn't have to be. I mean, I think if you want to grow, it is like that. But if you just want to like dick around, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
like that.
I guess it depends on if you're trying to make your band a business.
What's the most expensive cost for a band these days, in your opinion?
Gas? I don't know. There's so many different...
Gear? I mean,
But gear's an investment.
true.
You keep it. Gas goes away.
Yeah, for the band, I probably would say gas.
I mean,
Travel expenses?
We took 4 cars to get out here today.
That is true.
You know?
Yeah.
We're going to take 4 cars home.
And
We
anytime,
brought 4 cars out here on Friday. Like,
I may not even make it home with gas.
and it's really like as a smaller band, the cost of playing outside of the town where you're based is no joke nowadays. I mean, there's gas, there's accommodations. Once you get to a certain age, you're less apt to sleep on a friend's, floor or whatever. So I mean, it gets pretty expensive for sure.
I think we have the luxury of recording ourselves for everything that we've done so far.
Yes.
So that has cut down our costs, although obviously there's the cost of some of the gear which Matt has taken on.
Stop talking about the stuff that I have. Everybody needs to stop fucking.
The address is 4434.
Oh yeah, we
supposed to have a hot
we all squat in the south side of Pittsburgh.
We all squat in this hot tub.
That's right.
yeah, it's
We
a
do
squat
heroin
tub.
under a bridge
Squat
near 22nd Street.
Drums don't get better than in the squat tub.
Do you change your strings and drum heads as often as you're supposed to?
No.
Depends on how many shows you play.
I mean, yeah, if I was playing a certain amount of shows, yeah.
That also depends on...
I mean, I guess what the head
If you
looks
have
like. I
buttery
mean,
fingers.
Different heads have
Yeah.
different durability, different strings have different sweatability.
Yeah.
I sweat way less than these guys do. My strings probably last...
I sweat a
longer.
lot. I'm
Yeah.
very sweaty.
Sweat destroys your strings, so it depends on how...
They call me a string killer.
What's your favorite strings to kill?
Aurora. I like using Aurora strings.
What do you like about them?
Excuse me, Matt. I'll be asking the questions here, sir.
They're beautiful. They sound great and crispy, and I like the colors they come in. Shout out Aurora.
Shout out! I know you guys are looking at me funny. I feel like this donut just shook like a rattle, and I'm trying to find out if there's something inside
I
of it.
put a
or not.
marble in there.
Yeah, is there like a little prize
It's like
inside
a
of it?
seashell. If you hold it up to your ear, you can hear diabetes on its way.
You keep biting into it, you'll find the cyanide eventually.
You can actually hear.
Who makes the best beer?
Oh. Well, that's easy for me.
We're in an age where like there's just so much good beer floating around. It's like music. Like everybody can get into beer.
Yeah, I mean, how many
Miller Lite, shout
how many
out.
microbreweries are in Pittsburgh alone now? But yeah, probably Miller Lite, just like Jason says.
I'm going with Brew Gentleman and Braddock.
Yeah.
They make the best IPA, I think.
I'll just say North Country because I don't actually care, but I have to represent my hometown.
Hey, Spoonwood's really good.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out! What's the first thing you would do if you had $1 million? Matt might already have it.
Ooh. This is the worst interview of my life. And I've done a lot of them.
What would I do?
I would give some to family.
That's so nice.
Man,
I
you
would.
know, I think about this more and more. How like when we were growing up, I don't have any money, so growing up, millionaires were just people in movies. But now, like, billionaires are the people that are rich, and millionaires are kind of useless. Like,
What would you do with $1 billion?
with $1 billion, I would build. I would invest in Pittsburgh's infrastructure, and I would try to build us some public transportation.
Dang.
Because it's kind of shit the way that it is now. And
Shout out to you, Eric.
yeah, and I would.
Shout out.
Shout out. Shout
I
out.
would probably buy up some properties that I could house friends in that needed help. And also help fucking the homeless people that are getting kicked out of their encampments whenever that happens.
God.
I don't know, I mean,
I was just gonna say I'd bulldoze it all. Start over.
I was just like,
Just kidding.
I'd build a skate park in my backyard. That's what.
well, I
I'm
mean,
like, I'm a
I will
child.
see you there.
I would
I will
obviously,
see you
like-
the fuck there.
Yeah.
I would also, I mean, I would, you know, make sure my family was all set up. If there were any debts, I would build myself a really nice studio. And then otherwise, I would just try to invest in the public because the public is not invested in by any means.
Or not work. I think I'd just be.
Well, yeah, well, that becomes
That's it.
That's my
That
number
becomes
one.
your
I
work.
think I would not
that
work.
becomes your work. A philanthropist is your new profession.
Filthy.
Do you guys think Outkast is ever going to make a comeback?
Who?
I hope so. I hope
Outkast.
so. I had some really good sex in the back of a Ford Focus to
I told you I
an
thought about
Outkast album in the early 2000s. And I
Shout
really
out to
liked
that car.
it. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
What were their big hits? I can't even.
Who, the Ford Focus?
Bombs Over
or-
Baghdad was big.
That was a good one.
Sing it.
Don't pull your thing out unless you plan to bang. Bombs over Baghdad.
Okay.
That was really good,
Yeah.
actually.
And
That
then
was really good.
2000 was part of it.
Many songs in that album. Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
Polaroid picture.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, was a big one.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Hey,
good.
Yeah, but that was
song
just
is
Andre
hilarious.
3000. That wasn't Outkast.
Oh, hey, y'all was?
Yeah, that was just Andre 3000, who was part of Outkast, but it was not Outkast.
You know what you could do if you had $1 billion?
Bring back
Bring
Outkast.
Outkast to Pittsburgh to play at Stage AE for just me and you guys.
I was gonna say get him to build you some infrastructure in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I
you
mean,
could- they
if
can move
that's
into
where
one of
you're
your
going,
houses
it's
and
money.
it's
That's
all
what
set.
it's fine.
Hear me out. My friends had a band in Slippery Rock called Outclassed. Do you think I could bill a show with $1 billion to make people think that Outkast was coming, and I could reunite my friend's band Outclass to play some like loud punk hardcore?
I think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that for pennies on the dollar.
Don't need $1 billion. It's happening next weekend.
Pennies on the $1 billion.
North Country Brewery, Outclass will be there.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. What's the best piece of merch to put your name on?
This T-shirt.
I will say, yeah. We have T-shirts and stuff. I would say the thing that sells the best are beer koozies.
I was gonna say koozies. Everyone
Yeah.
loves them.
I think it's low. It's a low barrier to entry. You know, it's only a couple bucks versus what, $20, $25 a lot of times for a T-shirt at shows.
You don't even have to be an alcoholic to use one.
That's right.
You can fit a normal can in there.
Right.
All about keeping paws warm when you're drinking. You know.
7-Up.
There you go. Who's,
FC.
what's that one say?
Shout out, Jim
Cheers.
Stewart.
Cheers.
Shout out.
Cheers.
Shout out.
Dang.
We're gonna get so many free things.
Donut Dave.
Do you guys have any shows coming up? When's the next one? Where can people see you at?
June. Is that June?
Yeah,
Oh,
No.
no, we
before
have
that.
the Millville
Music
Music
Festival.
Festival.
Millvale Music Festival, May 19th. That's a Friday. We play at 7:30 p.m. at a place called Lumberjacks's in Millvale, Pennsylvania.
Is that an axe throwing place?
It's an axe throwing place in Millvale. It's fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun.
These guys will be ready for you to throw an axe at them while they play music.
Hopefully, I'll be on one of those wheels spinning.
Yep. If you're in Pittsburgh, come on out to Millvale. Obviously, it's a festival. It's a free show. After that, we're playing June 30th at Club Cafe in Pittsburgh's historic South Side.
There it is.
He's in.
I'm Paul Goon. They are Go for the Gold. That was 13 minutes.
We'll see you.
Definitely
much. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Worldwide.
It's a show for idiots, people.
Oh, in your clothes.
Yeah, man.
Did you bring a change? Oh no.
No, I didn't. I planned on doing this. I knew plenty ahead of time. I totally didn't bring everything I was supposed to. But I do have like a curtain in the back of my car.
So you're gonna wrap yourself in a curtain?
Yeah, you're good then. If you got the curtain, you're fine.
I'm
You're
good.
basically
Yeah.
set with a curtain.
Just make sure your seat doesn't get wet. That's it.
Gotta do it for the show. Did I leave my phone over there?
You have me devastated in the back. I was like,
like reality TV.
like you literally heard me like on. I'm like this. Like I'm like. You're in
with your shoes.
But you have your shoes.
Shoes?
Those are your good school shoes, Paul.
Your shoes go on your feet.
It was impressive.
Those people.
Yeah, I've been known to release a bubble.
Oh, he's under.
lot
He
of
went.
energy.
He went full. He went full goon on
You
us.
should get a diving board on this side. I think that's.
Macho Man Randy
I love
Savage in the
Macho
interview
Man.
going, cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh, I did see that.
I love that. I think that's the funniest.
It's awesome. Everything that man does is solid gold.
He died. When did he die? Like
He died
Too
right
soon.
after he had that cup of coffee in the basement.
Yeah,
he
right.
went big time. He didn't even know.
Mariners is
Kraken or
not. It's not cool. It's
No.
offensive. Yeah, that fish.
Seafaring peoples. Yeah. They,
You know-
they want to change it to the Marinix. The Marinix on the end.
Just wait till they change something with the Pirates.
Seattle Munichs.
Pirates.
No balls,
Some
no
Unix, that'd be
junk.
sick. Like 5'6". 5. They'd be my favorite team if they were the Seattle Munichs.
Do you know what a rat king is?
What is
It's a
it?
bunch of rats that.
It's
band
the king of the
together.
rat.
Got all their tails stuck together.